Hello, and today I want to show how to do the new long division method. I'm doing it mostly for the students and parents because, if you're a teacher, you know this, you're teaching it often, but some parents really are having a hard time teaching their kids how to teach them the new method of dividing. So I want to try to see if I can help by making a video and trying to go step by step. So that way, moms that have fourth or fifth graders or even third graders doing long division can actually simplify it. I know the old method of how to divide. I remember we used to do regular 4 divided by 682, and then how many times 4 can go into 6. So that would be 1. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down the 8. You have 28. How many times can 4 go into 28? That's 7. And then 7 times 4 is 28. That's 0. How many times can 4 go into 0? Of course, 0. Bring down 2. Now, how many times can 4 go into 2? None. So that's your remainder. Look how fast. That's fast. Nowadays, they're teaching these kids, 4th and 5th grade, unfortunately, a different method. You would put 4 here, and you'll try to see what number you can multiply to try to at least reach equivalent to closest to between 500, 550, 600, but no. Let's see what number 4 can multiply to estimate at least between 550 and 600. So 4 times 150 will give you 600. And of course you subtract, bring the line all the way. 682 take away 600 will give you 82. Now, how many times can 4 go into 82? Now that brings you back to the regular way of solving, and that would actually be 4 times 20, because 82 is closest to 80 and not 90, because 4 times 30, if we work in tens, will be 120. That will be too much. We need something near 80. Now, if we do 4 times 25, what do we get? 28, 100. We're still going over 100, and we need 82. So 40 times 20 is 80. And of course, subtract, you have 2. And this is your remainder. And what you do is you add the partial quotients, right? You do not add these numbers. You do not add them. Only the numbers that are in the hundreds and the tens. So there's 2 tens, and then there's 150 in the hundreds. So that 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 2 is 7. And 1. So the answer is 170 remainder 2. The same exact way we did it old school, but this time they're making it, trying to solve by tens and hundreds. So, I mean, for me, I was born in 1985. For me, this is how I was taught. But now for my son, in 3-4 years, this is exactly the type of method that I'm going to have to teach him. And I'm really happy that I'm able to understand it so I can actually teach him. Not a lot of moms, understand this new method. Now, let's work on another problem here. Let's say 12 divided by 8,725. Now, what number can we multiply that would give us an estimate of at least between 8,000 and 8,500? Now, if you know your multiplication table, you know that 12 times 7 is 84. And if we add 2 more digits to that 84, it'll be 8,400. So 12 times 700. So let's bring this down. It would be 12 times 700. Because 12 times 7 is 84. Now the number's 8,725. If we do 12 times 700, we'll get 8,400. 8,400, right? So it'll be 8,400. Subtract. We are left over with 5, 2, 3, 325. Now, what other number, how many times can 12 go into 325? Now, we know that 12 times 3 is 36. As 12 times 300 will be 3,600, which is too much. 12 times 30 will give you 360. That's too much. We need 325. So let's try 12 times 2, 24. How about 12 times 20? 12 times 20 will give me 240. That's good. So we can use 12 times 20 will give me 240. We subtract that. It'll give me 5. We need to borrow. That's 12. Take away 4 will give me 8. Bring 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now we have 85. How many 12s to get into 85? 12 divided by 85. Now let's think here. It should be easier. 12 times 7 is 84, which that's our number, because if we do 84 minus 85, 12 times 7 will give us 1. It'll give us a remainder 1. As I mentioned again, you do not add the 12s. You are adding the partial quotient. The answer for this is 727. So this is how you solve single number, double digit number. Same process, same approach. As I mentioned, I learned the old school way, like this, but school system now wants students to learn this method. Is it easier? No. Look at all the work. If you're just learning your multiplications, for example, for a 4th grader that doesn't know their multiplications, look at all the work it would take them just to figure this out, when you can easily just do it step by step. How many times does 4 go into 6? 1 time. 6 minus 4, 2. Bring down the 8. 28. How many times can 4 go into 28? 7 times, because 4 times 7 is 28. 28, take away 28 is 0. You bring down the 2. How many times can 4 go into 2? You can't. 0. And this becomes your remainder. It's so much easier this way. I mean, for me, because I learned it this method. This method is okay, but look at all the side work it took me. I really hope that this video helped clarify the process of the old method and this new long division method. As always, if there's any questions, please leave a comment below. I will try to provide all the help that I can. If you do like my channel, please subscribe below, and I do appreciate for watching. Take care, everyone.